Okay, so I've been getting a lot of questions about periods in the 18th century, and I've come here to try to answer your questions. In a lot of my getting ready in 18th century videos, I talk about how underwear was not a thing yet in the 18th century. At least underwear as we know it, like drawers or elasticized panties, stuff like that. It wasn't a thing yet. So naturally, the next question is, well, how did they do periods? Here's the thing. Periods are not well documented. The only time that you see them written about is in a medical sense for like periods that are abnormal, like medical reasons, and pretty much all of them are written by men. We don't have like a lot of data about like what people actually did about them, like the normal everyday period. It was a taboo subject to talk about in public, of course, but it was also so commonplace that people didn't find the need to write down like, I wore this pad or this tampon today, like, so we don't really have any evidence, right? But all that to say, obviously they had to do something about periods. Obviously people had methods and things that they used to help with their periods. I'm gonna give you a really quick rundown. I will say one of my favorite creators, Abby Cox, she has a whole entire YouTube video about this that goes into so much further depth than I'm about to go into about periods in the 18th century, and she does some amazing research, and she even shows and tries out some 18th century methods for periods. Here are my theories. Being on the rag, as the saying goes, is real. I think that people used all types of contraptions, whether that's sponges, whether that's rags, whether that's cottons or wool or linen or whatever, literally whatever they had on them that was absorbent at the time. There's one reference that Abby was able to find called the Sarah Malcolm trial. It was a criminal trial against this woman who I think was convicted of committing murder, right? And she talks about having her period apron, something along the lines of that. And so I think we can make like assumptions like that they had some type of menstrual belt or something that they used for periods. You didn't start seeing like mass-produced menstrual products until like the late 19th century, so everything that you're doing is homemade and passed down knowledge. And of course there were cases, I guess, of free bleeding, but that just doesn't seem logical or like sensible at all, especially for a working woman. So if you're like scared about leaks or something like that, I think a lot of the times that you would have certain undergarments for your period, like having period petticoats, period shifts, things that you wear specifically for on your period, so you can make sure to get those things dirty and reserve other undergarments for every other time of the month. I'm so sorry, go to part 2 for more period talk.